Hey guys, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we are rebuilding the Detroit Pistons in NBA 2K26. So the Pistons are obviously, a pretty interesting team. Obviously, the Eastern Conference is pretty weak this year, so I expect them to do obviously really good. They didn't really make any big moves in the offseason. They did make a couple moves though. So they went ahead and signed Karis LeVert in free agency. They were one of the teams that had a little bit of cap space, so they signed Karis LeVert in free agency. They also did like a sign and trade for Duncan Robinson. They traded Samuel Fontecchio to the Miami Heat for Duncan Robinson. And that's really all they did. They also re-signed Paul Reed. They signed Javonte Green free agency. They drafted Chaz Lanier in the draft. That's mainly all they did. They got Colby Jones in free agency, signed to a two-way contract. But yeah, that's really all they did in free agency. So obviously not the most active team. They definitely made some moves that will make them better. I feel like replacing Malik Beasley with Duncan Robinson should be really good for them, obviously. I thought his contract was actually guaranteed throughout the 3 years, but it's actually non-guaranteed the second year and the third year. So if we want to decline his $50 million, which I think we'll do, so he might be a trade piece at the trading line. I'll definitely stop at the trading line and make a move, obviously. I feel like we have to. We obviously have contracts to trade, like Tobias Harris, $26 million, Jaden Ivey, which I don't think he'll be on the team or with the Pistons past deadline this season. So it'll be interesting to see what the Detroit Pistons do, obviously. Power ranking at this 17. We are running a defensive system. Obviously, Asar Thompson helps with that. So we're running Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Asar Thompson, Tobias Harris, Jalen Duren, Karis LeVert, Duncan Robinson, Isaiah Stewart, Marcus Sasser, and then that'll be our 9-man rotation. At the deadline, it does leave Ron Hall not the rotation, but he'll probably be in the rotation at the trading line. So everything is how I wanted to be. I'll probably, like I said, see you guys at the trading line for a big trade. Honestly, I want to start this video off with a bang. We are stopping at the trade lines. We're at 33-16. So we don't have to make a move, but I feel like this is what the Pistons would do at the deadline. And I feel like this is what Pistons fans want, obviously. They used to buy his contract at the trade deadline to make a trade. We don't have to make a move, but I feel like for this season, we might have to. So some guys I have interest in. I want to see if I can get Devin Booker, honestly. I would love to get him, obviously. Devin Booker, they're rebuilding. You never know what the Suns could be feeling at the deadline. You never know what could happen a couple months from now at this point. I feel like Booker could be a candidate to get traded if the Suns are bad, obviously, which could 100% happen. Obviously, I don't think any of us are really confident in that team to become, obviously, a contender. So maybe Booker could be on the move, and they're rebuilding. And if we don't get enough offer, we could 100% get it done. Another guy I like is the Memphis Grizzlies, Jaren Jackson. They're selling, and Jaren Jackson would be available for a trade. And I feel like Jaren Jackson will fit really well next to Jalen Duren and Cade Cunningham. So that was one of the options as well. And then Kawhi Leonard, hear me out. Kawhi Leonard was also one of the other options as well. Like all these rumors are coming out. Kawhi's contract might get voided, which I ain't gonna lie. I know, like I know the Clippers fans probably don't want Kawhi's contract to get voided, but as an NBA fan, to shake up this offseason in September, Kawhi's contract getting voided would be so fun to see. Probably all the contending teams you want to off from the veteran. That would be so fun to see Kawhi's contract get voided. But let's say he stays past the deadline, or he stays. Adam Silver doesn't avoid his contract. We could trade for him, obviously. Apparently the Clippers don't even want Kawhi Leonard that much anymore. There's been all these rumors coming out, but Kawhi Leonard's one of the options as well. And then Giannis Antetokounmpo is number one option, but he's untouchable. So who would I rather have? Let's check their stats. So Devin Booker is averaging 32 points per game. So yeah, I think he might be the guy we go after. And Zion Williamson I was looking at well, but I don't like the spacing with Zion Williamson. And then Jaren Jackson, obviously. I feel like I went after him before. He's having an incredible season. I kind of feel like I went after him before. I'm not going to steer away from that in Kawhi, obviously, but he's a little older. I'm afraid he might regress, at least here at 2K. But I'm going to see if I get Devin Booker. I'm going to throw what I got. So Jaden Ivey would obviously have to be in the trade since we're getting Devin Booker. He's actually not having a bad season, but for us to reach our ceiling, we might have to trade away Jaden Ivey for Devin Booker. So we'll throw Tobias Harris contract in there as well. That still wouldn't be enough. We'd have to trade more. And I think we have to trade like Robinson or somebody, right? Yeah, so we'll have to trade Ron Holland, I'm guessing, and then maybe us our 2026 pick would have to be involved. Probably our 2029. We're talking about Devin Booker. Pretend this is a 2031 pick. Obviously you can't really trade back to back. 2K doesn't allow you. Actually, we get to do is we can trade our 2028 pick if we Okay, yeah, 2028 pick, and then we could trade 2030 to get Devin Booker. Trading a lot here, but this would be kind of going on at the deadline. I'll definitely do this. So we can take like Jared Butler and I guess Hayes Davis. Will I get it done? Oh no, I guess it's actually okay. So I guess we're just a couple. Yeah, we're not. We're just like $1 million off basically. So I guess Ron Holland can't be in the trade. Obviously, Ivy and Harris have to be in the trade. I guess Ron Holland just we need just a little bit more money in the deal. So it would even have to be somebody like Stewart or Duncan Robinson in the trade. So I guess I was doing the math correctly. So would rather trade Stewart or Duncan Robinson at this point. Low key, we could use Robinson's contract later, and Stewart. I think I'm fine with trading him. I guess we'll trade. I don't know. Pistons fans low key like Stewart. Though, that's the thing. But if this would be our way of getting Devin Booker, I'm gonna offer it. Hopefully they agree to this in the first. Okay, they Devin Booker. Welcome to Detroit. Obviously, went all in. We got Devin Booker. He'll obviously play next to Cade Cunningham. That we do have a power forward problem. I am aware of that, but it'll obviously be filled. I feel like Ron Hall would have made more sense for them to one. Obviously, if you're trading Burke, you immediately enter a rebuild. So I'm gonna move Duncan Robinson a small forward, build to a 79. So we'll do that, and then so the bench is kind of thin, but well, obviously we're working with it. So I love that trade. We got Cade, Booker, Asar. I guess Ron Holland will start at power forward for now. We could like start Robinson, but I guess we'll start Ron Holland. I guess he wasn't really playing minutes for us though, which I guess he'll be right in the starting lineup. Jalen Duren, Karis LeVert, Duncan Robinson, Marcus Sasser, and then I don't really. I guess we'll play. I guess we'll play Paul Reed. He's last minutes off the bench, not Jared Butler at this point. So do something like that. I said the bench is really thin, but in the offseason, we'll continue to work this team better, obviously. But getting Booker is the right direction, trust me. Anthony Edwards was the MVP, Cooper Flag Rookie of the Year, Russell Westbrook Sixth-Man in Orlando. So you think the Magic is signed Westbrook? I don't know. Defensive player, I'm going to win. Westbrook going to need Miles Keita. Clutch player, going to Durant. Coach, you're going to Chris Fett. Zachary Savage, your executive. Here's your All-NBA first team, All-NBA second team, and All-NBA. There's no Pistons representatives, just suck. But we did finish off as the number 4th seed in the East, so we fell off a little bit. So we went 48 and 34. We're probably projected to be a better record than that. But obviously, we shook up the team on the deadline. So we had about 28 from Devin Booker, 26 from Cade Cunningham, 14 from Karis LeVert. So he didn't have a terrible season off the bench by any means. 11 from Jalen Duren, 10.5 from Duncan Robinson, 10 from Sasser, 9 from Asar Thompson, 6 from Ron Holland, and 3 from Paul Reed. So like I said, the bench is not going to be great heading here, but we're obviously going to try our best to see what we could do. So we got Toronto in round one. This shouldn't be as hard. The Raptors aren't, I can say they're not the best team. I don't think they're better than us, but who knows. In round one, we are going to almost choke a 3-1 lead. We beat them. Now we got the New York Knicks. So the Knicks have Brunson, Mikal, OG, Josh Hart, Karl Anthony Towns, Mitchell Robinson, Clarkson. Yeah, this is obviously one of the top teams in the East, so this will be hard. We'll see if we can get it done. Game one, they're going to take. Game two, they're going to take. Game three, and game four, we're going to get swept by the Knicks once again. So we still can't beat the New York Knicks. Obviously beat us last year. The Timberwolves going to win the championship. LeBron James going to call it quit. Heading into the draft lottery, though, the Knicks via Washington Wizards are predicting when that pick is obviously not true. Thought I freaking fixed that. Oh well. But I guess so. Are the Knicks gonna have a lottery pick in the draft? Because if so, okay, they're not. So I guess that's already fixed. I fixed all the other picks. We'll have to worry about that, or else I thought I did. But okay. There might be like one or two picks we have to fix, but obviously, I think the next step is probably getting ourselves a way better bench and a starting power forward, honestly. I'm going to keep JB Biggerstaff as the head coach, obviously. He got this Piston team to the playoffs when they desperately needed to get in, obviously. But we don't have a pick in the draft. We traded to the Phoenix Suns, obviously. But you guys may think I'm crazy with this, but I'm going to accept Duncan Robinson's contract. We are going to trade him, though, for something better. I'm going to opt into it because we obviously need a starting power forward. We need all the salary we can get to do it. So I'm going to opt into it, but I'll probably, like I said, we're going to have to trade it right away if we do agree to that. Jalen Duren, qualifying offer. We'll extend, but I'm gonna see if I can make a trade using Duncan Robinson's contract to get, I don't know, just something a little better. Obviously, maybe a new backup power forward or just a starting center. Not starting center. I mean backup center or starting power forward. Whatever we can get, I'm gonna get. Dude, I don't know why the Lakers are offering me this, but we can steal Don't Connect from the Lakers for just Karis LeVert's contract. And if they're offering me this, I feel like we can't say no, right? We obviously need more shooting. Connect fills that void for us right away. LeVert is going to regress. I'm going to trade LeVert first because honestly, I was surprised Connect popped up. So we'll take him. We also, get a lot cheaper. I feel like we just fleeced on the line. I don't think the Lakers ever do that, but hey, man, they did it. And now we still have to trade Robinson, which I'll do. I could do this trade with the Brooklyn Nets. Hear me out. You guys may be wondering, why do you want to take on MPJ's $40 million? Well, MPJ is not going to ask for 40 million next offseason. Trust me on this one. Like, actually believe me. MPJ is not going to ask for 40 million, which means we can get him for probably like what, 10 million, $11 million. He just averaged 15.6 rebounds, 44% from three. The reason why I want him is he would be such a good fit next to Dylan Durant, starting power forward. And we're offering Duncan Robinson's contract. We're not really giving up anything crazy in this, obviously. I guess you could argue that maybe we shouldn't be trading Bobby and Chaz. But in the last video I did, I got Chaz Lanier. He didn't develop as much as I wanted him to. He didn't develop like at all, so I'm comfortable with trading him. So all for 2 seconds. We'll see what they say. Obviously, the Nets still being in rebuilding mode too, so they obviously get some young talent. They do say no, so obviously it's probably not the best package, we all know. But what else could we throw in there? I mean, I don't want to throw Sass or Ron Holland in here. I guess I could, in theory. I mean, I don't. The plan was not though. First round picking here. Maybe if we move some positions around, they would agree to it. But the Nets are in rebuilding mode, right? Just to make sure. So you can move like Chad to small forward and Bobby to small forward, I guess. But this would give us, like I said, a win now player that we wouldn't have to pay so much money in the offseason as well. So we'll be losing money if anything. But Bobby Klintman, Duncan Robinson, Chaz Lanier, and then Paul Reed, and then those a couple second round picks to see if that gets it done. So they agree. Okay, MPJ moving to power forward, and he'll be a great fit with this team. I just want to get a backup center now. I think we should be in obviously backup shooting. But first of all, you got to re-sign Jalen Duren, something I forgot about. So we'll offer him a contract extension, and I don't know if we'll have money after that, but we'll re-sign Jalen Duren. And we have any money after that. We actually do. We have maybe like an MLE. So Cade Sasser, Booker, we move Connect to backup shooting guard, obviously. He's not really the best defender, so we could. MPJ, Ron Hall will continue to be our backup power forward because he's not the best three-point shooter. And then Jalen Duren, who need backup center, like I said, it's probably the most important thing at this point. So Mitchell Robinson might be the best get, or Robert Williams. Sure, you love to get like a floor spacing big, but I don't think it's going to be possible at this point. So I'm going to see if we can obviously get Mitchell Robinson. He'd be the ideal fit at backup center. He's going to sign. He should at least. So he's going to sign. We could have went off from Robert Williams as well, but the Suns are probably going to match him, I'm guessing. So, okay, we get Mitchell Robinson to be the backup. Now I think it's just about adding a wing off the bench, like a guy that can shoot and play defense. And after that, I think we're good. So Isaiah Joe, I mean, will probably be our best fit, which I don't hate that by any means. Harrison Barnes. We might even sign up for depth. I'm going to sign Aaron Wiggins for depth. I'm also going to see if I can get Isaiah Joe for like our biannual exception. So we're going to offer him, see if we can outbid the Lakers for him, and we do. Okay, so we get him, and then hopefully Aaron Wiggins will sign as he does. We get good depth as well, and then I'm liking this. I'm gonna lie, I'm liking this team so far. I like what we have, and we'll go straight to player progression. EM is up to a 93, Booker's up to a 92, Duren's up to a 84, Asar's up to a 83, MPJ is going up, all connects up to a 80, 79 Mitch Robinson, 78 Ron Hall at this point. People forget, this guy's potential, man. He was the 5th overall pick at the draft, so this guy's potential, man. And then Sasser sadly didn't go up, which sucks, but I like our team. I feel like we're a way better team than we were when we started the video, obviously with Ivy and Harris. We replaced Ivy with and Harris with Devin Booker and Michael Porter Jr. I'm gonna say that's probably 2 upgrades in my opinion. I definitely think those are 2 upgrades. Obviously, traded a lot to get the players we needed to, but I think we should be good. We're running a defensive system. We would actually be the best 7 seconds. So we'll run our 7-second system and we'll change preferred system to 7 seconds. So I don't think I ever run 7 seconds at all. So, but if that's really what's working, I mean, we'll obviously use it because that's what our best system would be. So we're going to run that. Rotation heading into the season. Cade Cunningham, Devin Booker, Asar Thompson, Michael Porter Jr., Jalen Duren, Don't Connect, Mitchell Robinson, Isaiah Joe, Ron Holland will be our 9-man rotation. We can run a 10-man and get Sasser in the rotation. I guess me and Wiggins need to play really too much, so I would much rather play Marcus Sasser. You guys can off the bench. Obviously, we got good depth as well, so we'll take this, man. We'll obviously take that. I like this team. Obviously, we might have figured out the floor spacing issue. Obviously, adding Booker and MPJ starting five should be a huge upgrade. And trust me, man, MPJ won't ask for 40 million in the offseason, so I think we're good. I'll see you at the end of the season or at the extension deadline. They hand out some extensions. Which wins the MVP at the end of this season? Cameron Boozer's Rookie of the Year in Indiana. So it looks like Indiana got a high draft pick. Zero would have Boozer. That's pretty good for them. 6-man going to Jaden Ivey. So he signed with the Bulls. The Pistons did not re-sign him. So that's interesting. Defensive player going to Wimby. Boozer going to Jamal Shed. Clutch player going to why, dude, is KD really back in Golden State? If he wanted to go back to Golden State, he literally could have got traded at the trade line to Golden State. I'm gonna lie, dude. If Kevin Durant would have went to the Warriors at the deadline, that would have single-handedly been the greatest trade line. That might have already been the greatest trade line I've ever seen. Like, so many guys got traded at the 2025 deadline. 2024 deadline was trash. But 2025 deadline, obviously, if Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis gets traded at the trade deadline, that's single-handedly already the best deadline. We got some other moves as well. Like Jimmy Butler got traded to the Warriors. De'Aaron Fox got traded to this. It was crazy. A lot more stuff, man. Those are some good times. Those are some damn good times. The Mark Williams trade, but it got rescinded, obviously. But those are some good times. I mean, February 2024 was peak, especially for trade deadline. But we ended up being the number one seed in the Eastern Conference. We ended up winning. So we went 63-19 on this season. However, MPJ was not one to sign an extension. So we'll look to sign him in the offseason, which is cool. But about 27, 5, and 8.5 from Cade Cunningham, 8 assists. We had 26.5 from Booker. So these guys, obviously, doing what I need them to do. We got 14 from Michael Porter Jr. He fit really well. He shot 44% from three. So he did exactly what I needed to do. 13.5 from Connect. I don't know I feel like that trade was a little too fleece. I don't ever see the Lakers ever cheating Karis LeVert for don't connect like that. But maybe, dude. Maybe. You never know, bro. 10 from Jalen Durant with 11 rebounds and a block. 9 from Ausar Thompson, obviously. We know what he brings to the table. Obviously, elite defense and stuff. We had 9 from Marcus Sasser, 8 from Isaiah Joe, 5 from Mitchell Robinson, and 5 from Ron Hall. So it's time to see if we can go ahead and make a strong run inside the playoffs because we got the Orlando Magic around. So they got Suggs, Bane, Franz, Paolo, Wendell Carter, Anthony Blythe, Jed Howard, KJ Simpson, and Jace Richardson. So in round one against the Magic, we are going to get the sweep. We're going to sweep them to play Indiana. So Indiana has Boozer at center. I like that fit. I'm going to lie with you. Well, we'll see if we can beat the Indiana Pacers here. As game one, we're going to take game two. We're going to take game three. We're going to take game four. We're going to sweep them. Once again, so we had to lose the game. Now we got New York. So this is probably like a rivalry at this point, man. Obviously, we're playing them the third straight year in a row in the playoffs. We need to win this time. We can't lose the next 3 straight times in the playoffs. If we do, they will key on us. But, dude, they're going to take game one. We're going to even it up, though. We're going to go up 2-1. We're up 3-1. And, okay, we're going to a game 6. So we're going to see if we can go ahead and get the winning game 6 and not go to a game 7. We're about to see if we can do that right now. So far, the Knicks have the lead heading into we take it back, though. It's closer, but it looks like we're going to run away with it. We're going to go to the NBA Finals to play the Dallas Mavericks. So we're in the finals just like that. The Dallas Mavericks have D'Angelo Russell and Kyrie Irving playing together in the starting five. Okay, Cooper Flagg, Anthony Davis, Derek Lively, Daniel Gafford, Najee Marshall, Gene Hardy, Max Christie, Alex Kelly. So, I don't know. Obviously, you can't really just. I don't know. We could win this race, but we also could lose the series. The Mavericks are OP in 2 games. I want to start Connect over Ausar Thompson, which I low-key would prefer not to bench Ausar Thompson here. I'd much rather have him guarding Cooper Flagg than don't Connect, man. So Ausar Thompson will continue to start. But game one, the Mavericks will take. Okay, we might have to simcast these games. They still want to run with Connect in the starting five, which I just don't think would be the best thing to do. But it looks like we're going to even it up. So, okay, we're going to even the series back up. So, 123 to 111, 32 from Booker to 27 from MPJ. Obviously, MPJ tends to turn up in the playoffs. Or I guess only against my team. The Lakers tend to turn up, I should say. But, all right. We're going to see now if we can go up 2-1 or the Mavericks go up 2-1. So, we're going to see if we can steal one in Dallas. They stole one in Detroit, obviously. But Dallas is going, we're down by 4. We're gonna lose by 3 though. So tonight they dropped 26 off the bench. But if we lose this one, I'll do what they want to do. We're down 2-1. We need to win this one. We need to tie the series back up to the 2, heading back in Detroit with some momentum. But it is looking like we are gonna lose. We're gonna lose, man. All right. Well, listen. We'll start connect if that's what they really want to do. Start don't connect. He is shooting 51% from three. So whatever. But here we go, man. So far, we have the lead. This is a must-win, obviously, and we are going to get it done. So 132 to 114, 29 from Booker, 27 from Cade. We're averaging 30 in the final. So now we need to go ahead and force a game 6. I want to give less minutes to connect. I want to go with a starting against our Thompson, which should have been doing that from the beginning. But okay. Time to see if we can get it done. So far, I mean, okay, the Mavericks have the lead and we are up, and we are going to run away with it. Okay, Game 7. Here we go to get a championship here in Detroit. Game 7. We need this win. But so far, the Mavericks have the lead, and the Mavericks are going to run away with it, dude. Wait, it's not over. We can still come back. Never mind, it's over. It is over. Damn. Okay, we're gonna lose by 10 points in the finals because that was our chance. Honestly, the Mavericks aren't gonna get worse. Obviously, they just keep getting better, and that could have been our chance. We would need one more freaking game, but we lose. Does Kyrie retire? Something that could help us out. AD and Kyrie will regress, but they still somehow just they never get worse. You think with AD and Kyrie regressing, older roster, and young rods don't only mesh well together in 2K, you think they'd be able to get worse, but here in 2K, I guess this is not the case, man. But the Blazers will get 1, Pelicans 2, Thunder get 3 from the Clippers. Loki, I want to do a Clippers rebuild. We're gonna like pretend Kawhi's contract got voided. Like, what if Kawhi's contract got voided, and we're gonna rebuild the Clippers if Kawhi's contract got voided? That's a video I want to do in the future. Probably tomorrow or something. It has to be soon because obviously anything could happen. Now. So I think I'm not gonna make any significant moves in this offseason. We just made the finals, so I think relatively we should be a pretty good team. We need to focus on re-signing our players. So we do have a pick. We do have pick 30 in the draft. So we got Donald McCormick. We got Mayhop. So this guy is ranked 9th, though. Donald McCormick, he's all-star ceiling. So, or we could take Mayhop, guy, 6'4". But I'm going to take Donald McCormick. I think I've seen him develop really nicely before. And then we'll take Eldon Sanders, I guess, which we're going to two-way him. So I'm going to two-way him. But, all right, Donald McCormick, welcome. Connect and Ron Holland, we'll accept. Qualifying offers, we have Sasser. Sorry, I guess if there's one thing we could do, it would be like, I don't know, combining Sasser and Ron Holland at the trading line to make a trade. We'll re-sign them both, obviously. But Asar Thompson has a big offer from Washington coming in, so we can't really wait. We have to pay him now, as he'll re-sign. That's good. Okay, we're gonna re-sign him anyway. Sasser only wants the minimum, so I kind of want to pay him more so we can trade him at the trading line for something possibly. So $5 million. And then Michael Porter Jr., I told you, dude. Look at this deal we're about to pay this guy. He's now asking for $7 million for making $40 million. So we can't let him go to the Jazz. That's something we can't do. So we're gonna have to overpay a little bit. But I'm happy we're able to get it for $9.5 million now. We get the obviously not. He can't go to the Jazz. So I told you he's not gonna ask for $40 million, man. Especially the way how 2K has like the contract sliders now. It definitely was not gonna be like that. Trust me. So how is our finances looking like? So we might actually be below the second apron now. So that helps obviously. So we kind of like, okay, so we might be below the second apron because it goes up by like 10% every year. So we might actually be below it. So that would have us, combine salaries. We could sound like Jordan Poole off the bench. So do we want to sign Jordan Poole to come off the bench, or do we just want to, stick with what we got? So we could be like our backup point guard off the bench if we need a scoring boost off the bench. I mean, do we? Sasser average 9, Isaiah Joe average 8. I guess Connect was like the main scorer off the bench. So we could use like a Jordan Poole for like some scoring boost off the bench. No, screw it, man. Jordan Poole, I'm going to see if I can sign him. He could be our backup point guard off the bench. Like I said, we could still use some contracts at the deadline if we want to make a trade. So Jordan Poole will be our backup point guard or backup shooting guard. If he goes down, we'll keep him at shooting guard. All right, player progression. We got Key going down, which makes no sense. The stars going up, Connect and Ron Arnold both going up. And then, our big addition in the offseason was Jordan Poole. So He'll obviously contribute to be our sixth man, obviously showing capability of being a really good sixth man in Golden State. Obviously after the incident, I mean before the incident with Draymond Green, but now it's time to see if we can get it done, win a championship, and take down the Mavericks, whoever's in our way. We're still running our 7-second system, which I guess is the best system that we can run for now. So we got Kate Cunningham, Devin Booker, Sar Thompson, MPJ, Jalen Duren, Dalton Connect, Ron Holland, Jordan Poole, Mitchell Robinson, and that will be our 9-man rotation. So I'll see y'all now at the end of the season. Yama is the MVP, but at the end of the season, we went 62-20 on this season. Hopefully, this is our year to get it done, obviously. So, player stats are about 29 from K, 25 from Booker. We have 14 from Connect, Jordan Poole, 13 off the bench. We had about 13 from Michael Porter Jr., 12 and 12 from Jalen Duren, 9 from Massar, 8 from Ron Holland, and 3 from Mitchell Robinson. So, it's time to see if we can get it done. So, we got Indiana round one. If I look at the team stats, I always forget this in every video, but this was look at our offensive and defensive rating. So offensive rating, we were number one in the league, and then defensive rating, we were number 12. So the defense wasn't as good as the offense. So maybe defense is a concern with this team. I don't know, but we're still the 1 seed and stuff. So we are going to beat the Pacers in 5. We beat them once again. Now it's time to see if we can beat the Knicks once again, or the Knicks get through it. They have Brunson, Mikal, OG. They have Mika. Obviously, shouldn't have the six. They shouldn't have had the 6th overall pick, but he's not really doing much for them anyway, so it shouldn't really matter to me too much. So, they got Isaiah Stewart as well. So Isaiah Stewart joined the Knicks. Okay, Game 1, we're gonna take. Game 2, we're gonna take. Game 3, they're gonna take. Game 4. Game 5. Okay, I mean game 6. All right, we're up 3-2. All we need is one more game. We can go to correspondence to play. I think that was the Raptors. I don't know who that was actually, but we are gonna get the job done easily. So we take care of business. We win by like what 50, bro, or almost 50 points. 153 to 104. We had 48 from Cade, and that was the Miami Heat. So I know I saw like a red team, and the Miami Heat. I guess remind me of red or something, or the Raptors remind me of red. It's like a red. You know what I mean? But okay, Miami Heat have Tyler Hero at point guard, averaging 25 in the playoffs. They have Ja Johnson, which looks like he develops really nicely, so maybe I should consider taking him. Hami Jaquez, Bam Adebayo, Derek Lively, okay, Yaka Jonas, Khalil Ware, Andrew Wiggins, Taylor Hendricks, and all right, I mean, this is a pretty good team. I'll definitely give that to him. But, can we go ahead and get the job done against Miami? So, I don't know how they were able to get Derek Lively. I would just let him go, I guess. But we're gonna take game 1. Game 2, we're gonna take game 3. We're gonna take game 4. We're gonna sweep them to play the Oklahoma City Thunder. Thunder were the 8th seed. They were in the play-in. They were the 9th seed actually. But all right, time to see we beat the Thunder. They came all the way from the play-in tournament. Now they're here. So Shea, Wallace, J Dub, Chet, Sorber, Nikola Topic, Dame Sar, Hugo, and Isaiah Evans. So this is a pretty good team, obviously. You never know what could happen against Shea and the Thunder. But game 1, we're going to take. Game 2, we're going to take. Game 3, we're going to take. Game 4. Wow, I don't know how these other teams lost. That was easy for us. So we sweep them. I low-key wanted my revenge against Dallas, but it's whatever. We got it done at the end of the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. Really fun one, obviously. I feel like once we got Devin Booker, that kind of changed this video. I kind of knew we were going to be a great team, at least for the remaining of the video. And obviously, Sar Thompson played a huge piece in this video. Jalen Duren, obviously getting Connect from the Lakers was a steal. Getting Porter Jr., I feel like was a great trade. Obviously, he didn't ask for $40 million in the offseason. So at the time, you guys might not agree with it, but I think you guys can agree with the trade now. And signing Jordan Poole, that was another big addition to this team. But we got to enjoy this one. Obviously, you can't forget about Kay Cunningham. He is the piece throughout this whole video. Obviously, he's the franchise player. He's averaging 34 and 10 for us in the playoffs. So shout out to him. Hope you guys enjoyed this one though. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.